Hey guys, I'm Shanice, and today I'm gonna be talking, I'm gonna write a list before I make this video, so I'm not as scatterbrained. Alright, so I wrote down, as it doesn't focus, I wrote down some, jeez, why'd it go so dark? Okay, anyways, I wrote down some things. I think I'm gonna name this video, How to Be There for Yourself. The first one is one of the most important lessons I have ever learned in my whole entire life, which is only 18 years, but still, it's a really important lesson, which is don't give all your energy to people who don't deserve it, or who don't reciprocate it, or don't appreciate it. And I'm not saying that out of a place of only give if you want to receive something, because that's not it at all. I give out of love, and just because I'm a nice person. But when I'm taken advantage of, or when I'm used, or when people only come to me for their convenience, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes unhealthy. That is when you need to stand up for yourself and not put up with that. You can't let people just like walk all over you and just steal your energy, steal your kindness, make you feel like you need to prove yourself to get their validation. Some people are just so backwards, Anyways, so the second thing I wrote is you need to comfort yourself. You need to be your best friend. You can't be sitting there putting yourself down, telling yourself you can't do something, telling yourself that what other people are saying is correct, because first of all, it's incorrect if it's negative. Well, actually, that's not true. People can say negative things and it can be true, but I think you know what I mean. Like if someone tells you like, oh, you're ugly, don't like go crying in your room. Like you gotta sit there and think. This is literally how I trained myself. I had to like sit down and really think like, how would I feel if my best friend came to me with a situation? Like how would I talk to her? How would I help her? How would I comfort her? And that's exactly what I do to myself. It's exactly how I treat myself now. Yeah, in your head, if you try comforting yourself, you're gonna feel dumb. You're gonna feel like what the fuck, Shanice? Like really, like you're telling me to do this, but like it doesn't feel real. But I promise you, someday the thoughts of you being your own best friend will overpower those automatic negative thoughts that come to your mind. And I know that because my automatic thoughts that came, well, they still come to my mind. It's not that they go away. They might. I don't know, I haven't experienced that yet. But for me, it's like the negative thoughts still come up automatically, but I'm aware that my thoughts aren't reality. I'm aware that not everything that I think is true, and I'm aware that I need to be there for myself, so I am. Because honestly, who else is gonna be there for you except yourself? Like, you can't hold someone hostage to take care of you, to love you. You can't do that. That's like against free will, that's against like just a lot of things probably. Yeah, no one is obligated to stay by your side. Nobody is. So you have to be the one to be there for you, by your side. And I know we all crave someone else to love us and someone else to tell us all the things we want to hear, but when it comes down to it, if you develop that kind of self-love for yourself, you're not gonna crave it from other people. You're not. You're not gonna wanna go and try to mingle to find love. You're not. because it's not needed, because you feel whole within yourself, so you don't try to fill the void with other people and other situations and other things. It's just like a sense of comfort and contentment. Like, you don't need anything. You don't need anything except yourself. And that's how it should be. Yeah. Damn. The amount of things that... Wow. Okay. So another thing that I want to talk about sounds lame again, but this one is needed, especially for people who overthink, especially for people with anxiety and people who can't tell the difference between their gut and their anxiety. I know that feeling. It is exhausting, it is incredibly stressful, but there is a way. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes at least being open to it working. So you can't go into it thinking this is not gonna work, because then it won't. Why put that out into the world if you wanted it to work? Like, if you want it to work, tell yourself it's gonna freaking work. Best believe me when I tell you it will. It's like, if you put out, it's a law of attraction. If you put out positive thoughts and positive intentions, you're gonna get positive results, because that's what you're expecting. Well, also because the law of attraction, that's just how it works. But if you put out negativity and think negatively and fear and worry, then you're just gonna cause more of that, which is prolonging the process. Just saying. But meditating, it quiets the mind. When you first start meditating and your mind's really loud, it's really annoying. Let me tell you, when you first start meditating, it's really annoying, because all these thoughts are gonna come up and you're gonna start like thinking, and then you're gonna go, like, you're gonna think about one thing and then think about one thing, and then you're gonna be like, oh wait, I should be meditating, and then it's just gonna be so stressful. That's how it was with me, at least. I don't know. But you have to give it time, and you have to stay there for a while and just breathe and like focus on the moment. Like, not something in the past, not something in the future, like focus on the moment, you laying there. That's it. And like, just see what comes to you. And usually, if you lay there long enough, you'll feel peaceful, you'll feel aligned, and it's like you'll just know what you need to do. I always get a heightened intuition after I meditate, like extremely. Like, if I meditate the next morning, like I'm just like on the right track, and like, it's good. Meditating is good, and people like don't appreciate it, and they make fun of it, and it's just like, it really helps though. Another thing that I wrote, which is kind of a Shanice thing, but I don't know, it could help other people. It probably would. But I wrote to start laughing. Just start like randomly laughing, like for no reason. And then you're gonna laugh even more. And then because you're laughing, you're smiling, and then smiling releases like whatever those good endorphins or whatever they're called. So like, it's just like a ripple effect of happiness. You could then find something to actually laugh at, like a funny video, or just make yourself laugh. Like, just be a freaking goofball. Like, who cares? Like, who cares? Be like a kid again. Like, it doesn't matter like what other people think. If you're happy and if you're having a good time, then that's what matters. Don't worry about if you look like a fool. Don't worry about if you're like childish or anything. Like, have freaking fun. This is one of my favorites because I love reading them for myself. I like to write though, so I don't know if everyone else would like this, but I like to write myself love letters. Not just like love, it's not like romantic love letters, it's just like what I love about myself. Then I write like my goals and what I aspire to do and what I want in life, and just like everything that I want and my strengths and my weaknesses, like stuff like that, just to get it on paper and like get my mindset right. Like writing always helps me get my mindset right. Plus writing songs, but that's like just because that's what I love to do. Do things you like to do. That could help. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, so anytime you do something that took a lot of energy or that was really hard or really exhausting or something you were really nervous for and you got through it and you're home, take a second, breathe. Just breathe in the peacefulness, the quietness, and be proud of yourself for what you went through today. Like, be proud that you got through it. You got through it and you're home and you're okay. You're okay. Tell yourself you're okay after you go through hard things, because that's gonna wire your brain. Before you go into those hard situations, it's gonna remind yourself like, oh, I went through that, and then afterwards I was okay. So this time I'll be okay. And it's just gonna like really help your mindset get better. Like, it helps so much. That's another thing about like kind of being your best friend. Like, just always encourage yourself and take the time to acknowledge yourself and acknowledge the things you're doing and acknowledge the growth you've gained. Just really love yourself and be proud to be yourself. The last two ones are kind of cheesy, I guess. I wrote, don't let anyone tell you what you want and what you need, because nobody else knows. That's something that comes from within. Only you know what you want. Only you know what you need. And if you listen to someone else when they tell you what you want and need, you're not gonna be happy. You might feel good for a little bit, but if it's not something that you personally wanted or something that you personally needed, it's not gonna help. Before you do anything, always make sure it's what you want, and if it's not, you don't have to do it. And lastly, I wrote to trust yourself, because sometimes when you're alone or if nobody gets you, you just have to make a decision on your own, or you're making a risky decision and you don't know if it's right or not, but you have to trust what you feel. If you're feeling conflicted, again, you can meditate. But like, just try to like calm your mind and like really think like long term. Is this the right decision? The initial feeling you get should be the right answer. I do believe that everyone does have an intuition and that everyone does know what is right and wrong for them. I also believe everyone is on different paths, so a right decision wouldn't be your right decision. Also, with everyone being on their own path, if you make a decision and somebody else doesn't agree or they don't see it, don't second guess it, because they're not on your path. They don't know why you made that choice. So you have to trust yourself. And for my religious people or spiritual people, trust in the universe and God too. Because with the law of attraction, with praying, you can get all kinds of signs and synchronicities on which direction you want to go. Like, seriously, I have asked questions like while praying. Like, I'm not even like trying to like upset any atheists right now, but like, I have prayed asking specific questions and asking for answers and guidance and a clear sign for the answer, and I get them when I do pray. In case any of you are like curious, like, I pray, but I don't expect anything, really. I don't expect an answer, and I don't think about, oh, I wonder what the answer is gonna be. It just kind of happens unexpectedly, and that's the best way for it to happen, because then it really hits you. and then you're like, oh my god, that was the sign I was looking for. Yeah, so I encourage you guys to at least try to ask God a question that you really want to know, and be specific. Like, be specific. Ask God, like, please give me a clear sign that I cannot miss, and give it time. Don't think about it. It'll come. And yeah, so that's all I have. I hope you guys know how to be there for yourselves now. No, but really, I hope it helped. I know these types of videos are like kind of cliche and kind of annoying sometimes, so I'm gonna sit down sometime and write down advice that would have helped me when I was struggling, because I haven't really thought about it in that perspective. Like, what would have helped me? What would I have heard that would have helped me want to make a change? And I'm gonna write everything that I come up with down, and then I'm gonna make a video about it. So yeah, I really want to help someone with that video, because I feel like I could come up with some really genuine advice that can make you think, and that can really like blow your mind. Because I have some concepts, dude, that I've learned, and some perspectives that I've gained that do like kind of like make you go like, whoa, like that's so true, and then like you like just open your mind. Yeah, that's for another video though. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, and an amazing life. I love you. Mwah!